If you know, you're dead. Just kidding. If you don't know, you're dead too. The first time I saw my wife, I knew she was the one meant for me. Even if her status was a little unusual, I respectfully called her my sister-in-law. But I didn't like that title, so I successfully kicked my brother aside and became the rightful husband. One day, after sharing a tender moment with my wife, I stroked her soft hair, and my heart melted into a puddle. I felt so fulfilled. I was the happiest man alive. But then I suddenly saw floating comments in front of my wife. That supporting female character is so annoying. The male lead was supposed to be celibate, but that supporting female character seduced him into breaking his vows again and again. The comments said I was the male lead, and my wife was the supporting female character. They even said I was celibate. Who started that rumor about me? Whoever spread it, just wait. You're finished. And my wife has to be the female lead. My brother, Fang Yuan, was a notorious playboy. I'd known that for a long time. He even tried to drag me into it. I scoffed, looking down at his pathetic state. I firmly refused him. I was saving myself for my wife. A man's purity and tears are his finest dowry. I'd already made up my mind to stay far away from that scumbag, Fang Yuan. But then something unexpected happened. At Fang Yuan's side, I met the one meant for me. She was Fang Yuan's fiancée. Her name was Bai Ningbing. Beautiful name, right? If you don't think so, go squeeze the giant pimple between your shoulders. It isn't doing you any good. Bai Ningbing was the Bai family's long-lost true heiress. She grew up in a small county town before the Bai found her by chance. She had a gentle nature. When she smiled, her eyes curved like crescent moons. She never lost her grace when she spoke. That very nature meant that after returning to the Bai family, she was drawn into a business-arranged marriage. The intended groom was my brother. But my brother didn't deserve a girl as wonderful as her. Bai Ningbing and I were a perfect match. So I had plenty of ways and strength to oust the rightful fiancé and go from homewrecker to husband, then marry my beloved girl. Before I could make my move, my idiot brother took action. He planned to fake his death and elope with his pregnant girlfriend. He wanted me to hide it from everyone. Fang Yuan looked at me pleadingly. Little brother, help me keep it from mom and dad. Especially her. She mustn't find out. Who is she? Your sister-in-law, of course. We're not married yet. What kind of ridiculous title is that? I gave a cold laugh. Which sister-in-law? Brother, you know you have plenty of women I could call sister-in-law. Fang Yuan's face reddened with frustration. Help me hide it from Bai Ningbing. If Fang Yuan didn't say her name, he was disrespecting Bai Ningbing. But saying it was provoking me. Either way, Fang Yuan was dead meat, because his fiancée could only be my wife. When my brother faked his death, I didn't help him. Fang Yuan asked me to hide it from everyone. I readily agreed right in front of him, then immediately told Bai Ningbing. When it came to stabbing my rattan brother in the back, I was an expert. I bent down, meeting Bai Ningbing's gentle, watery eyes, and curled my lips into a smile. My brother faked his death and ran away with his pregnant girlfriend. Ningbing, marry me. The marriage alliance will remain. I'll treat you well. Bai Ningbing was utterly flustered. She even took a step back. Her cheeks flushed, and she looked at a loss. But I'm older than you, and this wouldn't be right either. Warmth stirred in my heart. Bai Ningbing had even found out my age. She was worried people would tarnish my reputation for taking my brother's fiancé. If that wasn't love, what was? I was practically drowning in Bai Ningbing's words. Ningbing, as long as you agree, you don't need to worry about anything else. I'll handle everything. But Bai Ningbing still shook her head and refused. She gave me a small smile. Fang Yuan, I have something to do. I'll be going now. Watching her leave, I sank into thought. Had my gradual approach failed? I made an online post asking for advice. When I opened it, the top comment read, a delusional guy fantasizing about a devoted sister-in-law. Please wait another lifetime. Wait for what? I can't wait. My brother is dead. Isn't it only natural that I take his place? I knew people online were unreliable. Asking them was pointless. They just sat back, snacked, and laughed at me. Not one of them offered a decent idea. So I decided to tell the whole family that my brother had faked his death. Before long, the family chat had over 99 new messages. Even all my aunts started a group video call to discuss what to do. My family lived in Jing City, and we were people of some standing. News of the groom faking his death to flee the wedding would make us a laughingstock. The family could not allow such a stain on its name. My father silently threw my brother's memorial portrait into the trash. Then he declared, if he dared come back, he'd break his legs. My mother was also on the video call discussing solutions. I silently hovered behind her. My eldest aunt sighed. What are we going to do about the marriage alliance? I crushed a glass in my hand. My younger aunt was equally helpless. Either way, the marriage alliance cannot be cancelled. Glass shards cut my fingers. I shouted loudly, Mom, where's the first aid kit? My mother finally noticed me. Fang Yuan, will you marry her or not? Yes, that was exactly what I'd been waiting to hear. I put on my brother's suit. My brother wasn't as tall as me, and his build wasn't as good. His suit truly didn't fit me, but I desperately wanted to wear matching outfits with Ningbing. So I gritted my teeth and squeezed myself into it. Bai Ningbing looked surprised when she saw me. Fang Yuan, why are you here? Ningbing, don't be afraid. I won't let you suffer. Bai Ningbing looked at me anxiously. Fang Yuan, if you're being forced into this, I can speak to the Bai family. You don't have to clean up Fang Zun's mess. She loved me so much. She was worried I was being forced into it. She was completely on my side. A girl as well-mannered as her had even, for my sake, scolded Fang Zun. My gaze softened as I held her hand. Don't worry. I'm doing this willingly. No one can force me to do something I don't want to do. Bai Ningbing lowered her long lashes. She softly murmured, thank you. She's so adorable. But there was no need to thank me. It was what I should do. A wife doesn't need to thank her husband. Unfortunately, an incident occurred during the wedding. Everything had gone smoothly until the final step. The officiant watched us with a smile. Now, let the groom kiss the bride. Suddenly, the hotel doors flew open. My fingers froze on her veil. I turned to look. Fang Zun stood there, disheveled and glaring at me. He burst into furious curses. Fang Yuan, you traitor. Look at what you're doing. I told you to keep it from her. But you married her? What a fine way to steal my place. What do you take me for? Say something. Without a change in expression, I stepped in front of Bai Ningbing. I smiled without a shred of guilt. So what? When you faked your death and ran from the wedding, you should have understood. No one will stay in the same place forever, waiting for you. Do you really think you're some rare species? Fang Zun's eyes were blazing red. Then he turned to Bai Ningbing. Ningbing, did you truly marry my brother willingly? Now that I'm back, you still have another choice. My heart suddenly clenched. I didn't look at her. I lowered my head, somewhat dejected. But Bai Ningbing suddenly grabbed my tie. She rose onto her toes and kissed me first. My hands instinctively went to her waist, afraid something might happen to her. Her lips were so soft. I caught her jasmine scent. So sweet it nearly made me dizzy. The entire room fell silent, but my heartbeat thundered in my ears. Fang Zun didn't cause a scene at the wedding for long, because my father always kept his word. He was now going to break Fang Zun's legs. Fang Zun might have had a slim chance, but he just had to make trouble at my wedding. Every prominent family was watching, and my family cared desperately about appearances. Luckily, I had no shame. That was how I married my wife. When the kiss ended, Bai Ningbing's face was flushed. Her dark lashes trembled as she couldn't meet my eyes. Forgive my boldness. That was clearly a reward. I gently lifted her chin and kissed her again. Thunderous applause erupted below the stage. But I didn't want strangers to see my wife looking so beautiful. So I pulled her veil back down. I stroked Bai Ningbing's fingers, comforting her and telling her not to panic. After that, the wedding continued as planned. After the wedding, I received a message from one of my buddies. Fang Yuan, you really got yourself a good one. Look at my wife one more time and you're dead. I'm sorry, bro. I wasn't coveting your beautiful wife. HMPH. That's more like it. I specifically studied Bai Ningbing's preferences and decorated the house exactly how she liked it. But she didn't seem to notice those details. Instead, she clutched the hem of her dress and haltingly asked whether we should fulfill our marital duties. I rubbed her head, deliberately messing up her hair. She looked at me in confusion. No need. Just sleep by yourself. Dejected, I hugged my pillow and left the bedroom. We had plenty of time. I was confident I could make my wife fall in love with me. I took out my phone and found my messages with the master from a month ago. Me, master. Do you think she'll end up with me? Master. Doesn't she already have someone? Me. That's none of your concern. I don't care. The master sneered. It takes all kinds. I looked over the chat history. At last, it was time to erase that humiliation. I sent the master a taunting message. Old man, she's already married to me. Does that make you mad? Master? But does she love you? It took me 1 second to block him. He only ever says things that make me want to die. After that day, I did everything I could for Bai Ningbing. I wanted to place my whole heart in her hands. At home, I always dressed in a loose, careless way. I was either showing off my collarbone or my abs. When Bai Ningbing saw this, at first, she gently reminded me, "Fang Yuan, your collar is a little too loose." I gave a non-committal hum. Before long, my collar was loose again. I stared straight at her, showing off like a peacock. But Bai Ningbing stopped paying me any attention. Oh, I get it. She must love me too much. So she couldn't bear to see me half-dressed and catch a chill. She simply chose this way to correct me. How troublesome. I followed an online tutorial, and oh so casually, sent her a breathy, moaning voice message on WeChat. A minute later, I retracted it. Then I used the suggested line. "Sorry, sent that by mistake." But Bai Ningbing didn't respond for ages. My heart sank. Still unwilling to give up, I sent another voice message. There came a knock at the door. Bai Ningbing poked her fluffy little head around the door. She held a box of cold medicine. "Fang Yuan, do you have a fever?" "I have some medicine." Expressionless, I accepted the medicine. Then I turned to complain to the online commenter who suggested it. "Bro, doesn't she love you?" Nonsense. She obviously loves me. The tenderness in her eyes practically overflows when she looks at me. This commenter is clearly coveting my beautiful wife. I blocked him immediately. Then I kept scrolling through the comments. Someone was actually questioning my looks. What a joke. You can question anyone, but not me, okay? Days passed as I kept trying to seduce her, until an opportunity appeared. Bai Ningbing had a work dinner. Partway through, she sent me a message, asking whether I was free to pick her up. If she called for me, of course I had to go. I took out a limited edition sports car and parked near the restaurant. I waited for her to come out, ready to make my wife look impressive. Bai Ningbing came out alone. She carried her purse, walking a little unsteadily. I went over and pulled her into my arms. She wrapped her arms around my waist. Her breath warmed the thin fabric of my shirt. "Fang Yuan." She murmured my name. I looked down at her thick lashes and answered softly. Bai Ningbing tipped up her face slightly. Flecks of light fell into her beautiful eyes. They reflected no one but me. My breath caught. My arm tightened around her waist. Instinctively, I looked away. But Bai Ningbing raised both hands and firmly cupped my face. She made me look only at her. "Fang Yuan, do you even like me? You've been seducing me every day, yet you never actually do anything. You're so annoying." Under the soft moonlight, everything else faded away. I didn't answer with words. Instead, I showed her just how much I loved her. Bai Ningbing panted in my arms, clutching my clothes tightly, her face buried against my chest. The corners of my lips lifted despite myself. My relentless workouts had finally paid off. I decided to forgive the world for 1 second. The moment we got home, my wife locked herself in the bedroom and refused to come out. She was unbearably adorable when she was shy. Humming, I went to make her some hangover soup. Once it was ready, I carried the bowl to the bedroom and knocked. "Ningbing, I made you some soup. Have some, so your stomach won't feel bad." Bai Ningbing opened the door, revealing half her profile. In the hazy light, her skin glowed, pale as jade. "Fang Yuan, can you sleep with me tonight?" Sleep with her? I absolutely had to. Otherwise, I wasn't a real man. My wife loved me very much. I'd known that all along. She just wasn't good at showing it. I added back the master who had mocked me. Then I sent him a message. "Master, she loves me now. Does that make you mad?" "Well, mad won't help you." After sending it, I deleted him immediately, without giving the old man a chance to argue. Then, one night, I gently kissed the tears from my wife's lashes, feeling her shoulders tremble. Bai Ningbing raised her hand and gave me a weak slap. "Fang Yuan, you were too rough just now." I brought my face closer, my nose brushing through her hair. "I'm sorry, baby. I won't do it again." "I don't believe you. Count for yourself. How many times have you said that?" Carefully, I pulled her into my arms, stroking her soft hair. My heart melted into a puddle. I readily apologized again. I felt so content. I was the happiest man in the world. Just as I was about to fall asleep, I saw scrolling comments above my wife's head. "That supporting actress is awful. The male lead was supposed to be celibate, but she tempted him into it, making him break his abstinence again and again." Exactly. What is our precious heroine supposed to do now? That supporting actress not only stole the heroine's rightful heiress identity, but she's trying to steal her husband too. The comments said I was the male lead, and my wife was the supporting actress. They even said I was celibate. Who started that rumor about me? Whoever started it, just you wait. You're finished. And my wife has to be the heroine. While I was still pondering those comments, the woman in my arms suddenly pulled away. Fang Yuan, you don't need to sleep with me tonight. I can manage on my own. You fake commoners. Do you know how much effort and how many tricks I used to win my wife? A few simple words made my wife pull away from me. Give me back my wife. I stopped paying attention to those ridiculous comments and held my frightened, uneasy wife tight. Ningbing, listen to me first. Bai Ningbing lifted her face from my arms. Her watery eyes were still red. Fang Yuan, I won't force you anymore. I won't make you do things you don't like. If you truly don't like it, you can just tell me. You don't have to force yourself. I'm the one forcing myself to hold back. Bai Ningbing, how can you not see how I feel? I kissed her lips, then kissed my way lower, and nipped her collarbone, firm but gentle. Bai Ningbing, look into my eyes. Eyes don't lie. Right now, they're filled with only you, and they always will be. The comments started causing trouble again. What has that supporting actress trained the male lead into? Did the male lead ever really love the supporting actress? Bai Ningbing closed her eyes. She didn't want to hear me, or look at those so-called fake comments anymore. She pushed me away, and buried herself under the covers. Fang Yuan, I'm tired. I want to sleep. My voice was hoarse. Sleep. Good night. I love you. My wife believing those comments proved only one thing. She didn't trust me. Then again, we hadn't known each other long, and she had originally been my brother's fiancée. It was only natural for her to be wary of me. I only hated that I couldn't express all the love in my heart, that I hadn't made her rely on me completely. So I added that master back again. Master, my wife has been troubled by an evil spirit lately. She thinks I don't love her. How do I solve this? Pay more. I obediently transferred the money. Then the master immediately deleted me. I stared at the red exclamation mark and slowly sent a question mark. You old bastard. I curse you to be loveless forever. I stared at the dark ceiling and came up with a brilliant plan. Since the comments were imposters, trying to ruin what Ningbing and I had, I'd fight fire with fire. We'll see who poisons the other to death. So the next day, as usual, I gave my wife a good morning kiss. The comments started stirring up trouble again. The supporting actress always used to pester the male lead for kisses. So annoying. What do you mean, pester? I'm the one who always wanted to kiss her. Whenever my wife had just woken up and wasn't fully awake yet, her dazed eyes would wander aimlessly. I would deliberately move close and carry her to the bathroom to wash up. She would unconsciously loop her arms around my neck. So I'd take advantage of the moment and lower my head to kiss her forehead. By the time Bai Ningbing realized what happened, she'd already be standing before the mirror, while I had already slipped away to grin to myself. But now Bai Ningbing had seen the comments. She turned her face away. No kisses today. All right. I looked at the comments, and as if challenging them, kissed my wife's forehead. Can I take tomorrow's kiss in advance today? I want to kiss you. I just can't help myself. Guys, is this even right? Has the male lead changed completely? My eyes must be playing tricks on me. I'll scroll through TikTok to recover. I'll come back later. Bai Ningbing fled from my arms too. It's okay. Take it slowly. I'll prove it. Everything those comments say is bullshit. I'll protect my love myself. Bai Ningbing came out of the bathroom. Water still dripped down her smooth cheek. Her lashes were curled and long. As she reached for a face towel, I held her shoulders, pulled out a towel, and carefully wiped her face. Doesn't the supporting actress have hands? Why make the male lead do it for her? Can't she wipe her own face? Bai Ningbing glanced at the comments, then at my hand, and said something else that hurt me. I'll do it myself. I curled my fingers slightly and lifted Bai Ningbing's chin. It's only a few minutes. No big deal. I want to help you. Don't refuse me. Bai Ningbing stopped moving. She stared at me without blinking. Her eyes were clear and bright. They made me want to kiss her eyes. I wanted to feel her lashes tremble. Well, as a real man, I thought it, and I did it. A man has to take the initiative if he wants to get what he wants. Am I seeing things? The supporting actress didn't do anything just then, right? Then why did the male lead? No, something's off. Let me watch some more. I curled my lips in satisfaction and smoothed down my wife's tousled hair. Breakfast is ready. Let's eat. I took Bai Ningbing's hand and led her downstairs. Bai Ningbing stuffed a bite of fried egg into her mouth. Her cheeks puffed out as she chewed away. She suddenly seemed to remember something and abruptly looked up, meeting my eyes at once. She caught me staring, but I wasn't fazed. What's wrong? Can you come with me to the Bai family home? If you're busy, forget it. I was a little confused, so I glanced at the comments. From them, I learned that the Bai family had been pressuring Bai Ningbing to bring me home for a visit. Bai Ningbing wasn't close with the Bai family, so she had ignored what they said. Then they accused her of thinking she could fly solo now that she'd grown wings. Sigh. This was partly my fault too. I'd been too busy strutting like a peacock for my wife every day to deal with the Bai family sooner. Go. We absolutely should go. I even have a grand gift prepared for them. Bai Ningbing looked at me sadly and gently shook her head. Forget the grand gift. They're not worth it. Just treat it as a formality. Don't take anything they say to heart. I was so moved. I couldn't speak. My wife was always thinking of me. She feared the Bai family wanted my money, and that they might hurt me somehow. So, she kept me safely behind her, and wouldn't let me see them. She really loves me. Someone as wonderful as her. I'll never meet another in my lifetime. Fang Yuan's fake death did at least one good thing. I headed out in high spirits with Bai Ningbing and got into the car. Out of habit, I went to fasten her seatbelt. But, when I turned, I found she'd already buckled it. Her hands rested obediently on her knees. I straight ahead. I shot a resentful look into the empty air. Great. Now I have nothing to do. Comments. Are you happy now? I suppressed my irritation, leaning on the steering wheel, and kissed my wife's cheek. Bai Ningbing looked at me blankly. I gave her lips another quick kiss. What? You're not letting me kiss you. Bai Ningbing quickly turned away, revealing her flushed ears. That's not it. The comments filled with question marks again. I was completely satisfied. In high spirits, I started the car and drove toward the Bai family home. We finally arrived at the Bai residence. There, I saw the so-called fake heirs from the comments. Bai Chiyue. Are the male and female leads finally meeting? I can't wait. I can't wait. I lifted my eyes coldly, gave her a single glance, then reached for my wife's hand. Bai Ningbing's gaze shifted between Bai Chiyue and me. In the end, she placed her hand in mine. Didn't the description say the male lead would fall in love with the heroine at first sight? What is this development now? The male lead doesn't even want to look at the heroine. What kind of plot is this? Replying to the comment above, no idea. It's a complete mess. Let's keep watching. Whatever. We'll watch whatever comes up. I gripped my wife's hand tightly. The Bai family came out to greet us, all smiles toward me. Father Bai put an arm around my shoulders, wanting to discuss company business. I was polite on the surface, but only brushed him off. Eventually, Father Bai had nothing left to say. His expression was complicated. At last, he shut his mouth. I threw an arm around his shoulders like we were old buddies. Father-in-law, if you put pressure on Bai Ningbing again, you're dead. Understand? My expression turned cold. Father-in-law, don't let my usual carefree act fool you. I always keep my word. Father Bai nodded, his hands trembling. I let him go, brushed the dust from my shoulder, then went downstairs to find my wife. I saw Bai Ningbing talking to Bai Chiyue. I was too far away from them to hear what they were saying, but judging by their expressions, they seemed to be having a pleasant chat. Why can't I hear what they're saying? Still, they look so good standing together. I ship them already. Is that really a couple you can ship? Ship what? I'm her actual husband, and I'm right here. Are you blind? No one gets to take my wife from me. I forgot all about keeping up appearances and rushed to my wife's side. I pitifully grabbed her wrist and spoke in a low, hoarse voice. Ningbing. Bai Ningbing turned and saw me. Her eyes curved as she smiled at me. Finished talking? Bai Chiyue had slipped away without me noticing. In the vast room now, only Bai Ningbing and I remained. I wrapped my arms around her waist and buried my face in the curve of her neck. Ningbing, you can't leave me. She gently stroked my head, her voice tender. When did I ever say I didn't want you? I wanted to speak, but held back. Just then, Bai Ningbing's phone chimed. I watched helplessly as she took out her phone and replied to Bai Chiyue's message. Bai Chiyue had invited her out to hang out. Her eyes lit up as she obediently replied. Sure. I'm free anytime. I immediately covered Bai Ningbing's phone screen. My eyes stung as I said, Bai Ningbing, what are you doing now? You just said you wanted me, and now you're making plans to go out with someone else. What about me? Bai Ningbing looked at me in confusion. The comments were dying of laughter. The male lead is a joke. Get him out of here. I don't care. I support the real and fake heiresses dumping the male lead together. I want to see him kneel there with red eyes, begging the female supporting character not to leave him. Comment above. I support that. Bai Ningbing had clearly seen the comments too. Our eyes met in midair. She smiled so hard that her lashes trembled, like a butterfly fluttering its wings. Fang Yuan, you can see them too. What were you even imagining just now? Bai Ningbing gently moved closer and hooked her little finger around mine. Fang Yuan, when we got out of the car today, the moment I placed my hand in yours meant that I believed you, not those so-called comments. I talked with Bai Chiyue for a while just now. She said she can see the comments too, but she thinks they're complete nonsense. I shouldn't have believed the comments and doubted your feelings for me. She tilted her head. Fang Yuan, can you forgive me? Hearing that, my heart felt as though it had been soaked in warm water. So warm, so very warm. The comments filled with question marks again. Soon, the commenters realized they'd been played, because the description they'd seen was fake. I've come this far. I want to see something even premium members can't see. You can't kick me out now. After someone posted that comment, the comments vanished from my world completely. At last, I had some peace and quiet. I let out a long breath. Now no poisonous nonsense could mislead my wife. On the way back, I went to fasten Bai Ningbing's seatbelt again. But this time, she took the initiative and kissed my cheek. Her smile was soft, glowing in the sunlight. Fang Yuan, this time I'll kiss you. So stop being jealous of Bai Chiyue. She's a very cute girl. Cute? My wife has never called me cute. Then I'd better be wildly jealous. That night, my wife ran into my arms on her own. I was afraid my heartbeat would be too loud for her, but I simply couldn't control it. Bai Ningbing wrapped her arms around my lean, toned waist, then looked up at me. Fang Yuan, can you tell me about the first time we met? My thoughts drifted as I slowly recalled that night. It was a drizzly night. The streetlights were hazy, and moonlight spilled down. A girl lifted her face, her curved eyes smiling at Fang Zun. She held a small box of cake and offered it to Fang Zun. Fang Zun still had a half-smoked cigarette between his fingers. He knocked the little cake from the girl's hand. What the hell is this? One look was all it took for me to know. That girl was my future wife. I slung my jacket over my shoulder and hurried over. There wasn't a trace of warmth in my voice. Brother, put out the cigarette. I don't like the smell of smoke. When Fang Zun saw me, he stubbed out his cigarette and said to the girl waiting quietly, I have things to do. Go home by yourself. Don't come looking for me again, and don't bring me things. I wouldn't touch it. It's cheap. Ha! That ugly bastard just had to make a scene. Without a word, I stepped aside, watching Fang Zun coldly. Brother, I'm free right now. It's not safe after dark. I'll take her home. Fang Zun shrugged carelessly and walked away. Thanks to that ugly bastard, I got my chance. I turned around and met a pair of gentle, smiling eyes. Looking closer, I saw her eyes were still red-rimmed. It pierced my heart. She asked softly, Are you Fang Yuan? I've heard of you. You're Fang Zun's younger brother. Fang Zun? He isn't worthy of being my brother. I bent down and picked up the little cake from the ground. The cake wasn't dirty. Only the plastic container had cream smeared on it, making it look less than pretty. I'm Fang Yuan. Did you make this cake yourself? Fang Zun doesn't know a good thing when he sees it. Don't mind him. She looked a little uneasy and tried to take the cake back. It's dirty now. You can't eat it. The moon shone bright overhead. I looked at her earnestly. It's edible. He won't eat it, but I will. She lowered her eyes without speaking. I thought I had overstepped and offended her. Just as I was about to apologize, she smiled and introduced herself. My name is Bai Ningbing. I couldn't help it. My lips curved into a smile. Your name is beautiful. In Chinese, Bai Ningbing and Fang Yuan both have the water radical in their names. No matter how you looked at them, they were names meant for each other. They belonged together on a marriage certificate. What style of home decor would she like? My thoughts drifted further. By then, the rain had stopped completely. Holding the little cake, I sat on the steps and spread my jacket beside me, so her clothes would not get dirty if she sat down. My jacket got to hold her before I did. I was a little jealous of my jacket. She kept refusing. I gave a soft laugh. But the jacket is already dirty. Only then did she carefully sit beside me, resting her chin on her hand as she gazed into the distance. I opened the cake and began eating it bite by bite. With my mouth full, I mumbled that it was delicious. That ugly bastard clearly had no taste for anything refined. Luckily, the little cake went to me, not him. I chatted with her for a while. Her eyes glittered with tiny flecks of light. Fang Yuan, you're the first person to say the cakes I make are delicious. I gave a cold snort. Those people have no taste. Pearls before swine. I made her laugh. Two tiny dimples appeared at the corners of her mouth. Oh no, That was a little too crude. I wanted to strangle the me from a minute ago. Why wasn't some rewind system bound to me? I'll dream of a rewind system tonight, as I happily relived the memory. Bai Ningbing suddenly pinched my arm. I looked down at her. She stifled a laugh in my arms, mercilessly exposing me. You're taking advantage again, secretly reliving it. So, what if I am? A wife as beautiful as you was meant to be savored. I could savor you for a lifetime.